Hey, what's up? So with this video I want to jump straight to it. No fancy intro, I just want to show you my sketchbook and I'll show you a bunch of works, and I actually have a point to make here. I want to talk about the drawing advice that people don't like to hear and people don't want to apply. So let me show you. As you may know, I started dividing my weeks into an art week and a business week, and during the art week I focused just on improving my skills as an artist and making art. So you can see here the 4th of July. Happy 4th for anyone like super delayed, yes. That was in the 4th of July when my art week started, and I want to show you, and have in mind, this is everything you're going to see now is from the 4th of July. You may recognize some of these gestures. So I did an exercise where you focus on the movement, okay, capturing the movement before even worrying about proportions. So you can see sucky proportions, but the movement is there. And I want you to have in mind, I just got started doing this exercise, people in motion. Some are better, some are not as good. This is based on the Proco figures. A lot of you recognize them because a lot of people do this exercise. So look at all of these, and I will remind you again, 4th of July. All of these were done 4th of July. This one I really am happy with, this one too. Then I got one that turned out perfect. I'll show you in just a second. And hopefully the 4K quality looks a little better. I can actually zoom in on parts and show you. Like this one that I really like, and this is a very recognizable pose from the video. And this one turned out perfect. This was the first one I was like, perfect. I got the perfect gesture, I got the perfect control over lines. Some of these were very challenging, a lot of twisting action of the body. It's not easy to portray, still 4th of July, let me remind you, okay? Here's Ruth, some of you have seen this one on Instagram. This one I really like. Look at the flow in the hands. Again, this is an exercise, it's a complex one, but it's an exercise for focusing on the movement before everything. Here's Ruth chilling on the sofa, a bunch of people doing a bunch of movements, and me trying to, sorry, that's my phone, capture them as best as I can. Now we're actually going to move to something a little different. So I practiced drawing manga faces, and this one's from My Hero Academia in particular. This one I think is from Neon Genesis Evangelion. And here we go, 5th of July. Okay, so everything you saw up till this point is the same day, almost the same session. So I just want to do some counting just for fun, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 48 gestures in one day. This took about 2 hours, I think. And then we have a bunch of faces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, now this is the next day. So this is the 5th of July. Not as many, but still quite a lot. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 20, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. This isn't really a gesture. And that's it. So 25. Now, what is my point? And this is what people hate to hear. It's just all about repetition. I'm telling you, the more you paint, draw or paint, same thing, every single day, the more you'll improve, and there is no secret tricks to it. You need to get the right information, good information, learn from people who know what they're teaching, and I'm studying for Proco, so he's the best at it, I think on YouTube and in platforms that are accessible through courses. Learn from a person who knows what they're teaching, but then you have to apply yourself, and that's what it's all about. And I actually want to show you, and let's even go back a bit, like look at this face. Look at this creepy, weird faces I wasn't able to get right. All of these, by the way, so this is from the 26th of June. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And more, like a bunch of them. So sometimes you'll get something like this, in which I didn't capture the angles so well. But sometimes you'll get something like this, which in my opinion is perfect. I got it just right. Sometimes you'll get something that looks a little off. Let me show you, like this one looks a little off. Look at this figure. I just kind of made it up. The clothes look funky and weird. Let me show you like this one. Look at my line work. Very sloppy. Very sloppy. Very sloppy here as well. Let me find one that's really bad. These are good. Here I was really in the zone, and you can tell I was really in the zone doing these. So let me find one. Like this is a little wonky. Usually the first ones, this one's a little off. The first ones you'll find that you'll start doing at a given day will be a little off because you're kind of warming up still. This is a little too, what do you call it? Like rigid of a pose. Let me find like a really standout failure. It's a bit hard because I like all of these, but like this one's a little off. I couldn't capture the proportions at all, and so also the gesture isn't really good. This one's, I love this flow. Look at this. This is really cool. This one's a little rigid too, but that's fine. So I was really in the zone doing these. It's hard to find like a complete failure. Let's go a little back here and see what we have here in the beginning. A bunch of stuff like this is just one big mess. This isn't so good. This really, I didn't capture the proportions that well. It does look three-dimensional because I put a lot of emphasis on that, but the proportions aren't great. The heads here turned out really nice. This, like, look at these things here, these weird experiments. I based it on actually a manga artist I'm following. But in any case, this one I invented, by the way. After doing all of these, I felt comfortable and I invented one. But you see this quantity, and I can open up older sketchbooks and you'll see work that is far inferior to this. This is the magic. This is the trick. 7th of July. This is really good. This one turned out great. This was a really hard pose. Super proud of it. Got the perspective right too. The faces from Dr. Stone, the manga. Look at this one. What is that? I could just look at this creepy face. Let me show you another one. This is a big mess. Didn't get the proportions that well. These are great. This one's a little too rigid. This one's awkward. Not sure what I was going for here. But again, these are pretty decent. I can try and find like really bad ones, and you'll see like this proportions lost them completely. I can try and look for really bad ones. This one's super proud of. But in any case, this is the secret right in front of you. The secret is in quantity. I don't think it's as much in quality in these types of exercises, okay? What you want to do is repeat. Get the good information and just do a lot of it. Like this is a really cool pose, kicking a ball. I got one that's more complete here. Here I kind of messed up the proportions. This one also didn't get them right at all. And I'm not being too hard on myself. I really am comparing it to the reference, and I was very inaccurate. This was way too long. This should be shorter. The legs are not in the right angle. Here it's a little better. This one's a little better, actually. So yeah, I'm not being overly critical with myself. This was a really tough one. I'm not being overly critical with myself. Let's end it here, leaving you looking at this a little bit more of a detailed one. This is the magic. You have to fill it up. Let me show you again. I started this on the 21st of June, and we're like what? July now. What is it? I keep forgetting dates. Yes, it is July, of course. And this is like I filled in. I don't know how much of it. More than a half. More than a half. You have to do this. Repetition. Every single day. There is no substitute. If you can't draw something, you either don't have the information or you didn't practice it enough. Get the information of why things look the way they are, how they're structured, and then all you can do is practice more and more and more and more and more. And yes, it may take you longer than someone else, and it may take someone else longer than you. But the point is, you will never get to the next step unless you do this heavy repetition every single day. That's how you get there. People who are insanely good, they started when they were 5 and they drew every single day. They drew everything around them. They started becoming more inquisitive and looking at the world around them in a way that explores it and tries to understand it. And then on top of that, they drew some more. And they did all of this, and they created this huge visual library in their heads that allows them to create beautifully. And then people say they're so talented. They're not. They're not. They just practiced it. They just enjoyed it. So this is the drawing advice many people don't want to hear. They don't want to hear that it's all about that hard work, but it is. And we'll continue. I'll continue practicing this. I'll show you older sketchbooks. I'll show you the difference, and anyone who says it's just talent, I'll just open up an old drawing or a painting, and sorry, bumped the camera, and I'm just gonna prove it on the spot, and hopefully this channel will allow me to do that. So I want to thank you so much for tuning in. Again, no intro and outro in this one, just wanted to do this one real quick. Hope you're having a good week, hope you are having a good day. Let me know in the comment down below what else you want me to see. I'm kind of trying to explore new types of contents and new ways of doing things, and I'll be happy to do more. If you have any questions, I'm doing these quick answering your questions videos, and don't forget to subscribe if you still aren't. I will see you again in the next vid.